another week of the Hot 10. As always, I'm Mason. This is
Lori.
It is Lori. Not to be confused with Lori. Lori. Let's start with number 10. End of hoops. They're on the end of the list.
There's no more hoops.
It's over. It went on forever and ever and ever, but it's finally over.
No,
not that we're happy about that.
No, I actually thought we'd still be covering basketball. I mean, I know it's the end of winter now, technically, but yeah, I'm pretty sad. Hart lost again in heartbreaking fashion. Canyon as well at home.
To Lakeside and
Yes.
Ayala, respectively.
Right, all the other way.
Right. Two 2-point losses, heartbreaking, end of hoops. Got to move on. Number 9, West Ranch boys volleyball. Why do I have them at number 9?
Wait, I'm just kidding.
We're done with it. It's the end of
I'm
hoops.
not done. Anyways. Well, okay, so West Ranch boys volleyball, right now they are 8-1. They're only lost to Trabuco Hills.
Yes, that can be tricky. Don't get tripped up by Trabuco.
I think that's wrong.
Yes, go ahead.
Anyways, great start to the season with Foothill League play coming up.
I think Michael
quickly.
Flores leads the way with 75 kills, I believe.
That sounds about right.
West Ranch boys volleyball, 8-1.
Yep.
Number 8, SCCS and Einstein baseball.
Yep.
Ranked in Division 7.
Yep.
SCCS at number 2, Einstein at number 6.
Wasn't it 5 last week? Or, I don't know.
So they may have slid. I believe it's 2 and 6.
Okay.
SCCS and Einstein baseball. Now, number 7, you were asking about the
I have
Grizzly Quartet, and I
no
said
idea
there
what it
is
is.
some movie about 4 Grizzlies playing banjos and singing.
Hello, Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
You'll have
some
to
movie.
we'll look that up in.
Some
We'll
movie.
get that in post. But this Grizzly Quartet is for softball, and to make sure I get it right, Valerie Goymarak, 9 for 12 to start the season at the plate.
Okay.
Sophie Medellin, 8 for 11 to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
Tatiana Castillo, 7 for 11. And Jessica Luna, 7 for 12. Now, that's only 3 games, but that's 31 for 46, a 673 average between those 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grizzly Quartet.
How are they doing?
Maybe they should be at number 4. They're 2-1. So they did lose one of those games somehow. Maybe they should be at 4, Quartet,
I hear
4.
ya.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Number 6, Blake Baumgartner.
Mm-hmm.
He went 4 for 4 yesterday. In
4?
the Foothill League opener for West Ranch, a returning first-team all-leaguer, 3 RBIs. They roll over the Grizzlies. They did not play the Grizzlies. They didn't play this. No, they didn't play the Quartet.
Right.
They played the baseball team. They beat them 9-0.
And how cool, I'm just saying, how cool is the squeeze play?
2 squeeze plays.
It's so cool. I don't know. That's pretty interesting.
You don't hear about a lot of squeeze plays in 9-0 wins.
Right.
They did it twice.
That's so cool.
Number 5, the SCV Hoops finale. You can tell by the fact that it's moved up this list, I'm more excited about it now than I ever have been.
Why is that?
Because it's closer. March 26th, Hart High School, boys game at 5.
Nope.
Nope, you're right. Girls game at 5. Boys game at 7.
Right.
Slam dunk, 3-point shooting contest.
Right.
Hope to see you there. $5 at the door. SCV Hoops finale at number 5. By next week, who knows where it will be. Number 4. Now, I know the end of hoop season was at 10. The end of soccer season, I think, should be higher than that. Because the Valencia boys soccer team, it feels like ages ago. It was only Saturday.
Right.
They won a SoCal regional title in Division 4. Upset number 1 seed,
Number 1
Godinez.
seed. That's very cool.
Dogpiled on head coach Tony Scalerio. It was phenomenal. Number 4, maybe higher. I think maybe it should be higher. Number 3, more in Miami.
Right.
1-0 versus 2-0s. Hart High graduate Matt Moore re-signs in Miami. He must really like it down there in Miami, and there's a lot to love about Miami.
But I mean, aren't you a little bummed that he's not going
There
to
was
the Cowboys
talk that he was going to go to the Cowboys, which
Right.
would have meant he'd been
in Oxnard for
Oxnard.
spring training, or not spring training, because that's right now.
Yes, not for spring training. More in Miami. He's going back there, 2-year deal. Number 2, Chase Harrell. Junior pitcher, Valencia.
Right.
Making his first Foothill League start
Right.
on Wednesday. 6 innings, scattered 5 hits.
Right.
Vikings get the shutout win over 2-time defending champion Hart. A big win for Valencia baseball right off the bat. Chase Harrell was in the middle of it. And I wanted to mention, because I was talking to his uncle at the game, Dr. Colin Nielsen, principal of Hart. So he had to have been a little torn at that game
I see.
on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Chase Harrell, Number 1. Now this is not for any reason other than TMC Women's Hoops
Right.
got their first round win in the national tournament. They'd been knocked out in the first round the past
3
3
years.
seasons. 3
Right.
seasons. Bam, they got it done against Loyola of Louisiana on Wednesday, 59-57, which was pretty close, but they still got it done. Friday, they'll take on Campbellsville. That fan is very loud. But not as loud as this board and the noise that we're making with this board.
Listen, I kind of think this board is a little skewed right now. It's a lot of things you've covered. Just because you're now the boss, you think you can be like all on that side of the board?
I have never spoken to Matt Moore before.
Well,
Chase Harrell, I have only spoken to once.
well, let's try to figure out this board because I think there needs to be some movement around here.
It's not my fault that you covered the things that are at the bottom of the board. We'll come back after we sort this out and after the commercial. And we're back after an arm wrestling match. I swear I will get it next week. Valencia boys soccer. You wanted them at number 2.
They're the champs.
I gave in.
They're the champs. I mean, I know that the season's over, but I mean...
It was a regional championship.
Regional
That's as far
championship.
as they could go. End of the road in a good way.
Right, but also beat, like we said, beat the number 1 seed. Very
Godinez.
right. I mean, just a very cool story. Longest running, deepest
playoff
run
postseason thingy
for the Santa Clarita
for
Valley.
Santa
That's very
Clarita
cool.
Valley boys soccer team. Valencia boys soccer, number 2. So that means Chase slides down a little bit. But if he keeps having starts like that, Lori, I got to tell you, he's going in. If there's something above 1, he might get up there, but maybe not.
It's a hot
Drop
trend.
more down a little bit because you want it. It's all Lori. She's a staunch New England Patriots fan. Matt, I'm sorry. Grizzly Quartet moved him up. Last time I checked, 31 for 46 is better than 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs in a baseball game. Is that not true?
It is true, but I mean, think of the weight of these wins, right? So this is in a Foothill League game.
It was.
4 for 4.
Foothill League baseball game. Yes.
So, and I mean, they're still in preseason. We haven't got to Foothill League
A
season.
non-league softball game. That
And
was
they're
number
2-1.
6. But it was 31 for 46.
I mean, that is pretty good.
31 for 46.
That's pretty good.
That's almost as many hits as at bats, minus 15. Everything else basically stayed the same. But again,
They
number
should
1,
be.
TMC Women's Hoops, end of hoops, end of those hoops, beginning of these hoops, and maybe a national title run.
And
We'll know by the
Hoops
time
finale.
we come back next week. Also, SCV Hoops finale, be there. Goodbye.